Friends and family, welcome to the ADIOS SENOR podcast. I am your host, Alex Dempsey. I'm here with my co-pilot,
Jake Wild, and today we have a very exciting guest. One of our best friends. We have Grace Byrd along with us today.
Otherwise known as Grass Byrd. That's what
Dempsey, you want to call her Grass.
Grass.
It's your prerogative.
Few people do call me that for some reason.
Some of those do.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on, though. So
yeah, excited to be here.
Yeah. This is our first podcast we filmed since school was canceled, which I kind of just like right before we filmed this, I kind of realized that we haven't done one of these in a few days, but I just want to like know how you've been coping with that. Like, we're going to start on a little bit of a low note here, but
it's been a few days, so it's still processing in my head and probably for everyone else. And it is hard, like just thinking about what our year could have been like. And like, we were holding on to that hope for so long that we were going to go back to school and say goodbye. And now we're not going to get that, which is really hard. But, you know, it was inevitable.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the hard thing is that, like, for a lot of us, I don't know if you guys felt this way, but for me, I definitely felt as though, like, even though it was inevitable and even though I knew it was going to happen, when it did happen, it, like, kind of hit me hard.
Yeah.
And it, like, I felt it very, very hard. And it was, I don't know, kind of just the first time I was able to release a lot of emotion about it.
Yeah, like everything built up throughout this quarantine really just came out, and it was really hard.
Right.
Just to think about it.
Because I think this entire quarantine, I think one of the biggest things is staying positive and like saying to yourself, we're going to go back. Like, this is like temporary. But then when I kind of like hit that, like, it's over, I just kind of like lost a lot of it. It was like, I kind of like felt very depressed, which I don't know. Yeah. I've been feeling a lot, and I just like completely like feel like I mentally collapsed. Like Friday when it happened, I just couldn't get out of bed. I just like couldn't do anything. I had like work due later that day, and I just was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, like what's the point anymore of doing it?
Yeah. Right. I get that.
It was so
I totally
hard.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're like kind of trapped in your house, lost in your thoughts, it doesn't make it any better.
Totally. Do you find that there's, like, I'm trying to think about how I can phrase this. Have you found any silver lining to it? Like, have you been able to find things that have been able to make you happy during this time?
Well, definitely kind of taking this time to like help yourself and like kind of take this time to like for you and kind of work on things that you weren't really able to work on before, like kind of like getting into shape, exercising, like eating healthier, definitely. And like I don't know, trying to make the best of being at home.
I mean, we've stressed so much in this podcast, like getting in shape and like eating healthy. So what is like healthy living to you now mean to you? Like how do you stay healthy? How do you stay fit? Like, what do you do?
So like every morning I try to make it like a routine to like wake up, like either go for a run or like go on, like I have like a bike downstairs and like, and then my mom is super into like healthy stuff. So, and like yoga. So I've been doing that with her. And, like, she's like this whole year she's wanted me to like meditate and do yoga with her. And like, I never could because I was so busy with like theater and like hanging out with you guys in school. So like, finally I can do that. And honestly, I'm really glad I got the chance to like start doing that kind of stuff. And it's really good for your mental health and physical.
Yeah, it's good.
Totally. I think that we talk about a lot in our society today is like our physical health, right? Like our doctor's appointments and everything, they're all focused on physical health mostly. And I think that what people are realizing now is that we really should be focusing on our mental health a lot more, because when we're down in the dumps like we are right now, like I know so many people who are just completely, they don't know what to do with their thoughts. They're so used to flooding their brain. It's like sensory overload. because that keeps them away from thinking about how they might be depressed, how they might have anxiety. And it's like now they can't run away from it. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Have you guys experienced any, like, I don't know if you've heard the term like cabin fever?
Yeah.
Yes. Have you experienced anything like that?
Oh, totally. I think we all have at one point at least.
Yeah.
Just couldn't take it anymore and just like broke down completely.
Totally. You know what I found? Something I found to be really helpful and very rewarding is the other day my little sister was complaining to me that she was bored, and I've been seeing my grandparents from a distance here because they're all alone and they're really lonely. So we've been like seeing them from a long distance, and that's been like their little bit of joy. And so I said, why don't you call grandma? Because I know that my grandma's not doing great with like loneliness, I guess. And I said, why don't you call her up and ask her if she wants to like read a book with you or something?
Yeah.
And they like did like a book club, and it was like the happiest both of them have been this entire quarantine.
That's awesome.
So I think like
so cute.
I think like reaching out to people is just so helpful during this time.
Interesting.
Keep that.
Yeah, I was gonna say interesting enough. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel bored that often. I don't know. I feel like I'm always able to do something.
Yeah.
I can always like keep myself busy. And whether that is like reflecting on like my thoughts and stuff, I feel like there's not a moment where I feel bored. And I think part of that is just the fact that kind of the shift of like living like every single like moment doing something, and then transitioning to like a slower paced life. I feel like doing that, I feel like when you do that, you don't feel bored as much, because when you're living like a slower life, there's not as much you really need to do. I don't know, have you guys felt that?
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely learned how to occupy myself when I'm bored, and like everything I can do in the house. Also, I mean, I don't wake up till like noon anyway.
Right.
So like during the day, like I kind of have like a little routine, I don't know, and then at night it's just Netflix. So it's like,
it's funny. Yeah. Have you guys felt like your daily routine from the start of quarantine has kind of naturally shifted a little bit to like what makes you feel the best now?
Yeah, that's so true.
Interesting enough, my morning routine has stayed like very consistent with like what I do.
Because you're in bed the whole time.
No, it's
your morning meeting 2 p.m.
Noon, on the occasion 2 p.m. No, so I'll like lay in bed and I'll like go on social media for like a half an hour. Then I'll go downstairs, I'll make myself some coffee and like some bacon, and that's my breakfast. And then like, I don't know, I just go back upstairs and I'll play some piano and stuff. And I feel like that really has not changed, which is interesting because like, I don't know, you guys see changes, but I've like been able to follow that every single day.
You know what I've been doing? This is a change that I made recently, which has actually been really good.
Yeah.
I am not sponsored by Bulletproof Coffee, but I would love to be sponsored by Bulletproof Coffee because I've been drinking Bulletproof Coffee in the morning, and I find that like, I guess my mom's like, it has this like MCT oil, which is like supposed to like make your like brain like hyper focused,
like wired,
and
yeah.
literally like I sit down at my desk now in the mornings, like without even leaving my room at like 11, and I'll like just like do like 50 minutes of work, like nonstop laser focus the entire time.
What is this coffee? Because I need to drink that then.
It's called.
I have zero focus to work.
I'll send it to you. You have to try it. It's insane.
I need some like focus for the freaking AP exams and like.
Oh, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. It's gonna be
oh my god!
It's so hard to like sit down for more than 20 minutes at a time. Like
I know. I keep like staring at my window and thinking about other things. It's so hard.
I've been like doing practice stuff because like Jake and I have done some like practice English stuff, and like I've done some like Euro, like sitting down for 45 minutes. It's like it's so hard to do. I feel like I can't do it.
Looking at my phone and going, it's so hard. No, I've been living off of the Starbucks drive-through that's near my house.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not had Starbucks in like
probably
all year, honestly, at this point.
And the line is always so long. So like prime time to go is like between like 10 like 9:30ish
Yeah.
to like 11:30, and if till like the line is like at least 20 minutes. Like it's horrible.
I went to, me and my dad tried to get Chick-fil-A the other night, the drive-thru, and it was closed. And then we got McDonald's and KFC, and it was just like, I don't know. It was good to drive around. I hadn't been driving around much,
Yeah.
so
I don't
it was
drive
nice to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
want to
don't-
drive. I feel like I haven't like driven anywhere like besides like the lake near my house, like anywhere
Yeah.
else since like
Dempsey,
before quarantine.
I feel like both of us drive a good amount, like on a normal basis. So
Yeah.
it's a little weird.
Drive every day to school. Like it's so weird that we're not gonna be doing that every
So
day.
weird.
Yeah.
I've driven like 4 times since quarantine started, honestly.
Yeah,
I've
it's just so weird.
I've been biking a lot. I've been biking at least every day, which is nice.
Oh, do you want to plug your little bike ride that you did yesterday? I feel like that's a good story time.
It is a good story
time.
time. So I decided that I was gonna bike up to Delray Beach in Florida. So I'm in Boca Raton, but I'm on like the southernmost tip. I'm like right by Deerfield Beach. So from Boca to Deerfield, the bottom of Boca to Deerfield Delray is 10 miles, like on the dot. So I decided I've been biking like 10 miles, like 12 miles every day. I was like, I'm going to do this 10 there, 10 back. I could do it. So I got on my bike. I was like listening to great music the entire way there, like talked to Dempsey a little bit.
Yeah,
and
give
I
him some motivation.
made it there.
You know?
Oh, how cute.
Made it there. I had just about reached it. And I was like, oh my God, like this is insanely busy. Like there's way too many people here. Like I got to turn around. Like right as I hit the street, I was like, it's a good thing that I'm turning around here because there's like so many people here and I don't want to get sick.
Right.
So as I was reaching to put my mask on, because I hadn't been where like anybody really was, I like reached to put my mask on and I like sat back down on my seat in a weird way and the seat snapped back and like completely broke.
Oh my God.
So I was now 10 miles away from my house. Like I felt bad calling my parents because my dad was working and my mom was doing something. Like I just felt bad. And so I was like, okay, like I guess I'm going to bike back standing the entire way. So I called Dempsey and Goldie. I was like, Goldie, I need your motivation. And they kept me company. I honestly wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And I biked back 10 miles standing the entire way.
Wait, how long
Honestly, like the entire bike ride was 2.5 hours. That was the hardest workout I've ever done in my life by far. Because when you're standing, it's all your arms holding you up and your legs. It was crazy, but it was a good,
It makes you stronger.
good athletic feat. Yeah.
No, I think it's
What
really
else was I
impressive.
What else was I going to be doing in those 2.5 hours?
True.
Thanks.
You didn't even believe in yourself. You're like, I don't know if I can do this. I have to like call my parents
Dude.
or whatever. And then I was like, Jake, no, you have to keep going. I was like, you can't do this. Like, this is like the test. What'd you say, Grace?
It was the test.
That's so supportive. How nice.
Yeah.
You guys were
I
supportive.
feel like it's like life, like telling you, is giving you an obstacle and being like, you got to overcome this. You got to like, you know, like face it head on and like, don't like
Totally.
run to others and like, just like,
The metaphor.
right.
Sports
it's
is a
impressive.
metaphor for life.
Yeah.
Dempsey.
Just don't make your Common App essay. Any juniors here, don't make your Common App essay. Sports is a metaphor for life, or else you're not getting in anywhere.
Oh,
Gross.
yeah. So, Grace, okay. So, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about how we became friends, all of us, and about how our friendship is kind of how we all kind of get to hang out together a lot,
Like,
or did.
before quarantine. How
Yes.
our little Dubois group.
Dubois group.
Oh, Dubois group, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we always used to hang out like throughout all of high school because of theater and choir and everything. But I feel like this year we especially became really
Yeah.
close. And I just feel like just through being, I guess, seniors, but also there's Nate and Goldie. But it was our time to be leaders. So
Yeah.
I guess we really were so ready to like step up to the plate and we all kind of bonded over it. And I guess just like being after school for so long.
Right, like 3 hours,
single
3
day.
or like 6
I would
hours.
there all day, like during school, choir, and lunch, and like you guys are like,
Jazz.
yeah, like jazz choir till 9 o'clock. We were at school for like just
16
student
hours.
shopping at school for that long. It was crazy. Like we just became so close, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way, honestly.
You know how I think this group kind of formed? I think because last year we had this like huge group of people with like a bunch of like seniors from last year, and like we were all one group. And like, yes, we were all close, but like, I don't know. I feel like the 6 of us weren't as close as we are. But I feel like when they left, I feel like it left a big hole. And like, I think we were all like, how are we gonna get through this year without them? I mean, Jake on our little chalk, on our school chalk thing said like, we miss you, and then like a bunch of like seniors' names from last year, and like, I think we didn't really believe in ourselves that like we could make this year work. But I think what's really amazing, kind of reflecting, because the year is over now, is how we've all been able to fill that goal just from like strengthening each of our relationships with each other, which I think is like really amazing, because I did not think that at the start of the year. I did not know what was going to happen at all. I was like, is this going to work?
Like, how am I not going to have Hannah and Juliet to get me through school? Like, I was so attached to them all summer, and like honestly, that was the hardest college goodbye. Like, I thought this year was gonna suck without them, and honestly, I do obviously miss them every day, but I've grown up, and like it's crazy how far we've all become. And we've been through so many times together, and I also find it like good how we've been still really close throughout this pandemic. And Jake's all the way in Florida, and like we're all trapped in our houses, yet like we talk every single day
for like hours and hours.
Closer than ever.
Closer than ever. Like, whenever like a random thought comes into our heads, we just randomly text it into the chat.
Or if we have like a meme or something, we just send it in, and like
you know it. Like, every little thing that like happens that's like not really a big deal, but it is like to us, because like there's something exciting going on. Like we always get it there. Obviously the FaceTime till like 3 a.m. Great.
Because I also feel like over quarantine, I feel like a lot of people have had difficulty staying in touch with people, but it's almost as if we've had the exact opposite problem. Because like,
that is so true. I actually I think some people have been having trouble like staying close with their friends, but for the most part,
I've been so easy. I feel like
so close. I mean, maybe there's like a few.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like I've lost like maybe 2 friends, but like honestly, I'm still so close with like you guys and like my other group of friends. Like I still talk to them every day, and like I get to see them in little parking lot hangouts.
I know. I wish I could go to those, but Mom won't let me for good reason. But
did you guys see that Ms. Lewick posted the tests?
No.
Wait, she did?
We took the day before we left.
Is it on Classroom?
No, she posted our test grades on the portal.
I'm gonna check right now.
The test from like before the pandemic.
I don't think I did that well on that, but we'll see.
Oh wait, oh that's what that was. Oh, I think I did good on that. I took that the day before.
Where is it? It's not on our. Oh wait, this marked period 4.
The day before school got canceled.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wasn't gonna make it up that day either. I was gonna wait. I could have never taken it.
I'm tired. You guys tired?
Is it the one from 3-5? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh.
You don't have to share your grade.
I'll share it. It's not that bad.
No, that's okay. You don't have to share it.
Oh, Dempsey.
Okay, I will not share it. Okay.
Because I will not be sharing.
So I just shared it. So.
I'm not bothered to check, honestly. I don't even care anymore.
I shared it, but if you didn't hear it, it's over with. I feel like that test is really the last test we took, I feel like.
I hate how I'm gonna share this. So like I hate how my last Byram memory has to be me passing out in front of my whole gym class.
Oh my god. That's
Like,
right.
doesn't that suck?
Did you not go to school the next day?
Yeah.
I did go to school the next day.
Oh, but
like
that
I
was
was
like the
wasn't
last
planning
significant.
to, but thank God I did. And like I made up all the tests that I missed that day. Thank God I made them up. That would have been bad. But oh my gosh.
Totally.
I just wish we had like at least one more week. Just
Yeah.
to, like,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I mean, my last day, I guess, was like really fun because I remember still vividly that last Spanish period where Jake. Now, my last day for context was the day before school got canceled. So like it was that Tuesday because my mom wanted me to quarantine. The last days, Jake was the leader of our conversation in Spanish.
I don't even remember this.
And
I
I
barely
remember, and then Senor was like playing these like weird YouTube memes, and then out of nowhere,
Is that when I asked Senor a question?
I think so. And then then Senor played "Man's Not Hot" for the entire class,
he
and
did.
that was my last like memory in school, and I think that was pretty amazing. I think that was. And if you guys don't already know, this like podcast, ADIOS SENOR, is like dedicated to like our Spanish class because I don't know, I didn't really know too many people at the beginning of the year, and I felt like just like being in the same Spanish class and like memeing about like the class and like kind of getting through Spanish together, I got so close with like so many
love
people.
classes like that.
Like
The whole
I
class.
feel like we were all like close as a class, and
I
like
feel like
we
it's
all
that like
bonded
that for my
together.
Italian class too. Sometimes like we all just like like joke. We have like inside jokes just within
Of
our
course.
class. And, like it's cute, and like, we're like tight knit.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I think I've probably said it on here before, but like I feel like senior year for me was by far the best year. Like even though it got cut short, like I still am so grateful for all the memories and all the people I got to meet and
The
like
best year,
mentor and just like living through that. I just felt like I wouldn't trade for anything else because those were really some of the best memories. And I just wish I could tell myself at the time, like, enjoy it a little bit more because, like,
I know.
don't have too many because, like,
We're all waiting because second semesters when we're really gonna like let go and like set free and like.
I never did let go. We never did.
Have fun. But,
we did let go. We did. I mean, I let go. I feel like I.
Yeah, but Jake, you were never really on. Like you would let go like freshman
I was
year.
really holding on.
No,
Exactly.
like,
I was never really holding on to
right.
to the thing. There was nothing for me to let go of.
Right. Still, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I always pictured myself like being able to let go of stuff and like not being able to stress and stuff. But
I know.
we still have work and like I feel like I've done so much work for school that like I didn't think I would do.
I know.
But like they track that for attendance. And
any of my teachers are watching this. I'm so sorry if I haven't submitted anything. I don't think I will be submitting it. But you
okay,
were
live in center, you guys heard it right now. Grace will not be doing her work.
There are a few missing assignments for a few of my classes, but I don't know if they'll be done. Like we'll see. Like I'm trying my best.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm gonna try to have my coffee tomorrow and do it all.
Yeah.
What do I have? I haven't done a math assignment since like week
There's, like,
2.
So many math assignments I haven't done. I'm very behind on my gym workouts.
Yeah, I have.
Probably half of the school is too.
Dempsey, I got my first exceeds expectations on my portal.
Oh, from who?
From Miss Tompkins.
Aw, that's cute.
Because you know why I definitely got it?
Why?
Because she asked us, we have questions about rays of light, and for each different ray of light, I put it in. I made the font color the color of the light.
Oh.
I
made violet. I made it.
really exceeding those expectations there, because like I'm sure Miss Tompkins didn't expect you to go in and color code it.
You know what's tomorrow morning?
What's tomorrow morning?
We have our Zoom call with Mr. Edward Eagle.
Wait, we do?
We do.
Oh, since when? I never.
At
Really?
10:30 a.m.
Oh God.
That's so early, but I have never been so excited. Oh my God. We can tell Senor
It's
about
with-
our podcast. This is so great.
Yes.
So it can come full circle right here. I don't know, because I feel
Senor,
like
well, we talk about him a lot. Only good things.
only
of
good
course.
things. No, he's such a good teacher and like honestly probably the best AP Spanish teacher I could ask for.
I did not join the AP Spanish Google Classroom until pretty much until school ended.
You're just putting this out in the open right now, Jake.
Remember when I told you, I'm like, I need the code.
In like October.
Not even October, like December. You got like 4 months.
Oh, Dempsey, my bulletproof coffee, I drank it today. I did all my Spanish homework for this
Brilliant.
week.
Okay, I have not done it. I will be doing it. I always hand in my homework on time. I will say that. You know, I'm a good boy. I'm like a little angel.
Dempsey is a
I have
good
the little
boy.
circle.
Dempsey,
on
what
top.
was this?
Oh, the
What
halo,
was
like
this?
the halo.
Oh,
The
God.
halo.
Oh, Dempsey.
I'm an angel. I have flown down from the heavens.
From the heathens.
Even.
So, Grace, I want to ask you this. What class do you miss the most? Like, if you could be in any class right now, what would it be?
Honestly, I forgot my schedule. I gotta think this. It's been a while. I gotta say between like choir, of course. I think we all miss choir. Like,
Totally.
just a huge part of our whole high school career. But I also miss like my 4th period free and my 6th period free.
Right.
And I
What are you
miss.
doing, Jake? What are you doing?
Yeah, like my whole day was basically. Oh, Jake, what is that?
It's a halo. It's a halo.
It's a halo.
For those of our Spotify users, Jake is under a halo right now. Jake has flown down from the heavens.
It works so nicely with the
It
virtual
does. It
background.
does. Jake, but that halo is just so big.
He's a big halo.
Really shrank that down to size.
Dempsey, are you using your computer right now?
I am using my computer.
So for our viewers, I did a Instagram takeover, and I want to share with them that I did this podcast. So Dempsey, if you wouldn't mind taking a picture of the screen right now and send it.
Oh, of course. I'll do a nice
Let's smile.
screenshot.
Everyone thumbs up. Wait, let me take my halo off.
Oh wait, I
What did you do?
took the picture.
We weren't ready.
I took
probably
the
looked at-
picture. It's fine.
Take it now.
Take it
Okay,
now.
I'll take another picture.
Thank you.
Good for you, Dempsey.
Done yet?
I have taken the picture. Okay.
Good.
I'll send it your way.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Send it yonder.
I
I'll make
will.
a screensaver and background and everything.
Yeah.
You know?
You're
great.
just too good to be true. Guys, has this week been tough for you guys especially?
No, last week was tough.
It's been tough.
Last week was tough.
This week's been
I feel like
brutal. for
every
me.
week has its own challenges.
Yeah, really. I feel like each week I have like different needs and like different emotions. I feel like this week I feel like a lot happier. Last week was really just like so rough getting through. But like it's almost Wednesday already, which I think is crazy because like I feel like it was just Sunday and like I don't know. I feel like that's
haven't-
also
funny, yeah.
helped.
No concept.
I find that what helps is when you have like a certain date. So like my hug calls every week on Tuesdays. Like they
Do we
don't
have
feel
one
that
tomorrow?
far.
It's tomorrow.
No, I don't think so. But they don't feel that far from each other like each week. You
Yeah, they don't.
know what I mean? Like
It's
they go
weird.
they come back around quick.
It's almost been 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Don't even do that.
Crazy.
I'm so stressed because I'm supposed to get surgery on the 30th of June, and prom got moved to the 13th.
Right.
I had like a Zoom call with my doctor today, and they're like, I was like, oh, I have prom is the 13th. They're like, oh, like you can't go. You're not gonna be fully recovered by then, and that just stresses me out so much more.
Well, can you get it moved? What do you
They're
think?
gonna try to like move it
Okay.
to the beginning of June.
So what happens if you can't go to prom? What?
Because surgeries, like essential surgeries, can't happen right now.
Right.
I think Cuomo said June 1st is when they can start doing it again. So like he might be so backed up that like I probably wouldn't even be able to get it like in June at all or July. So like we don't know what's gonna happen.
Grace,
But
we
I'm
gotta
hoping-
have you at prom though.
I am
That's all I
going to
gotta
prom.
say.
There's no way in heck that I can't. That I'll be like missing like school all this time of school, and let alone prom.
Right.
Like no way.
I feel like after all this, I feel like prom's the one thing that like we all need, and like that's like just being able to see each other and like
My mom's
know,
like, I'll do
party
anything
and, like,
in my
living it
power
up.
to make sure you go to prom.
Aw.
And
That's nice. All right, so on that positive note, I think we're gonna end off the podcast here. So, Grace, if you don't know how we end off these podcasts, we do a little countdown and we say "Adios, Senor." So, Jake,
okay.
Yes.
would you like to do the countdown for "Adios, Senor" this time around?
Sure, I'd be delighted to.
Right.
Ready?
Right.
3, 2, 1. Adios,
Adios,
senor.
Senor.
Senor.